Hello, and welcome back to the Purdue channel. In this video, we'll be discussing why the inventory or product stock in Purdue can go negative and how to fix it. Before we get into the tutorial, don't forget to subscribe to the Purdue channel for more tutorials. Click the like button below, and also turn on the notification bell. So, when your product stock goes negative, there are a few settings you need to check. The first one is the stock settings on the product editor page. If you want to configure your store on Purdue, let's try editing one of the products. In the stock section, you'll see the option Purchasable even when out of stock. If this option is checked, then when the stock of your product reaches zero, customers will still be able to buy the product. That's what causes the stock to go negative. So, the first thing you need to do to prevent negative stock is to uncheck this option. But usually, when you create a new product, the default setting for purchasable even when out of stock is automatically checked. So how do we change this default setting? Back to your Purdue website dashboard, go to Settings, then General. Under the Product section, uncheck the default option for purchasable even when out of stock. Then click Save. Now, every time you create a new product, the purchasable even when out of stock option will automatically be inactive. The second setting you need to check is Order Management. Go back to the General Settings tab. In the Subtract Stock on section, there are several options. To prevent negative stock, we recommend choosing Checkout. This way, the stock is reduced as soon as a customer completes a checkout. For example, if you only have one product left, but there are two customers trying to buy it, when the first customer checks out, the stock is automatically reduced to zero. That means the second customer won't be able to buy it anymore, so the stock won't go negative. But if you choose to subtract stock upon order fulfillment or reduce stock when payment is confirmed, the flow will be different. Let's say we choose Subtract stock when the order is fulfilled. In this case, stock will only be reduced after the product is marked as fulfilled. So when the customer checks out, the stock remains intact until the order is actually shipped. The same logic applies to other conditions. Let's demo this one by one. For the first example, we'll choose to subtract stock when checkout. Click Save, then test it with one of the products. Set the product stock to 1. Also make sure the Purchasable even when out of stock option is unchecked. Save, then view the product. Now I'll open two checkout tabs for the same product. This simulates two customers checking out the same item at the same time. On the first Checkout tab, let's fill in the customer details and complete the order. Once the checkout is successful, go back to the Edit Product page and refresh. The stock has now been reduced to zero. Since the stock is zero, and the Purchasable even when out of stock option is unchecked, when the second customer tries to complete the checkout in the second tab, a Stock Not Enough message will appear. So the second customer can't buy the product anymore because it's out of stock. Now let's demo the next option. Subtract stock when order is fulfilled. Click Save. Go to the Edit Product page again, set the stock back to 1, and make sure the Purchasable even when out of stock option is unchecked. Now click Save and close the unnecessary tab first. Then do the same checkout simulation with two tabs. On the first Checkout tab, fill in the details and complete the order. Now, if we go to the Edit Product page before refreshing, the stock still shows 1. Even after refreshing, the stock hasn't been reduced. Why? Because in the settings, we chose to reduce stock only when the order is fulfilled. That means before shipping the first customer's order, if a second customer purchases the same product, they will still be able to complete the checkout because the stock hasn't been reduced yet. Next, let's try shipping the first order. Close the invoice page first, then open the Orders menu in a new tab. Here's the order we just created. Open both orders in separate tabs. On the first order, click Fulfill Items, then Fulfill Order. Go back to the Edit Product page, refresh the page, and the stock has decreased. If we then try to ship the second order, a message will appear saying the product is out of stock. That means the second order can't be shipped unless you still have the item physically, but just didn't update the stock data. If you choose to ignore the stock data and proceed to fulfill the order will still be marked as shipped. But when you refresh the Edit Product page, the stock now shows -1, which means negative stock. So, do you understand now why stock can go negative? To prevent this, here's what you should do. Uncheck the Purchasable even when out of stock option. Select Subtract Stock when checkout. Now the next question. What if we already set the stock reduction to happen at checkout, but the customer doesn't complete the payment? What happens to the stock then? That's where the Expired Orders feature comes in. Here, you can set how many days an order will remain active before it expires if not paid. For example, let's set it to 3 days. This means if an order is checked out but not paid within 3 days, the stock that was previously reduced will be restored. Let me simulate this. Click Save, then go to the Edit Product page. Set the stock to 0. Save, then go to the order we created earlier. Here, the stock status shows as subtracted. After 3 days, if the payment isn't confirmed, the order will automatically expire. But since we don't want to wait 3 days, let's manually mark the payment status as expired. Now, the order shows an expired label, and the stock status changes back to not subtracted. Go back to the Edit Product page, refresh again, and now the stock has been restored to 1. So, to summarize, if you set the stock reduction at checkout and also configure the order expiration time, any products that were checked out but not paid for within the set time frame will automatically have their stock returned. Don't forget to like this video, leave a comment below, and subscribe to the Beardo channel for more tutorials. Also, follow us on social media for more helpful content. See you next time.